Guys, what's up and welcome back to the Shine Ranker channel. Now today will be the last time I'll be using this deck for even a deck profile because I'm going to change it up. Depending on the ban list, it will decide what I'll use next. But here we go. It's going to be Performable Pendulum Magicians. So we're going to play 2 Skull Crabat. It's only at 2. I really wish it was at 3. 1 Sork, because there's only very few limited options to choose from. And 1 Celestial. These are the main staples that you would play, but I'm just playing 1 other Synchron. It has many little 1 and 2 uses. Truth be told, I have to play at least 1 Pendulum Tuner that is level 3 or low, and it must be spellcastable. Those are literally like 2 cards in existence, and this is one of them. So the choices aren't that amazing. But the thing is to it, just by being a performable, it's very helpful by giving your Sork at least 2 pops when you see it. It's actually important because you don't want to open the 1 Joker or this, and you can only pop 1 card on the field in event you don't want to pop 2. So it's very useful on that. It's added, you can still add it back using Oath, plus you can normal summon it with Oath and make a level 8 synchro right off the bat. It's good. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than any other option that you'd work with. The only real issue that holding back this card is its level, because I can't Pendulum summon it. And that rounds it up for your pals. For Magicians, triple Double Iris, triple Oath. You're required to play 2 level 7s, triple Harmonizing, and White Wing. For only Magician that is not a Pendulum tuning, you play 1, of course. The reason why you even play this is because you don't want to play double tuning. If you find tuning, it's fine, but you'd want to see at least 2 monsters. Like, if I open up tuning, at least I can special summon this and still do the combo and not affected by anything. So it's best to play 1 of each. You can play 2 tuning. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Sorry, those are dice, my apologies. For the Dragon Engine, triple Revolution, triple Dark Worm, double Gate Zero, double Luster Pendulum. If Joker goes to 3, I'm going to play triple Wavering, triple Luster, triple Pensork, and just go full power blast that way. Go +7 on your first turn. I think that's the only way I would play the deck anymore. I think that version of the deck is really powerful, but to have everything as it should be, everything needs to go back to 3. And would need to see Electromite for that combo to be the God combo. Then for spells, triple Alliance, triple Pen Call, 1 Star Pendulum Graph. Then we have Foolish, your second Foolish Burial, and Call by the Grave. Now, I want to note something extremely important here. Persons are going to wonder why you're playing 3 Pendulum Call. That's the main combo for the deck. You're going to always Pen Call Dark Worm. You do not play Wisdom Eye. You cannot play Wisdom Eye, as a matter of fact. The reason why is that it's going to cut block you from doing your own combo. So it's not an option. You're not playing Artifact, Scythe, Dagda in this version of the deck. Not that you can't, but it just doesn't do enough. Like, it can be stopped. Most persons don't really stop it, but it can be. And you'd like to see yourself in a different fashion. I like Scythe. I'm not even going to go around it. I like Scythe combo. The only reason why I like it, though, is that you can do it on their draw phase. Especially not the main phase, it's a draw phase. Because I don't want this the first card that my opponent flies at me is a Dark Ruler, and I can't do shit afterwards. But the next reason why I don't like the Scythe combo is because it's very easy for you to get Nibirued. And that's just the truth about it. Your last set of cards are going to be the traps, which is 1 Time Star Pendulum Graph. Apologies, Time Pendulum Graph, my bad. And then we have Gravedigger's Trap Hole and Treacherous, which already gives away a card in my extra deck. Alright, so the game plan is a little bit different. I'm going to show you guys. You play 1 of each. Really, it should be 2 Gravedigger's Trap Hole, But some persons think they're smart ass by not activating their Nibiru because it's going to be negated. So what happens is that you end your turn and they don't get punished. But if you play 2 Gravedigger Trap Hole, that's the only way they don't get punished. On your following turn, you'll have this in your deck to send. As soon as there's summon 2 monsters, just grab their field. So it still end up to being an interruption. For the extra deck, Vortex, self-explanatory. Iggy and Boral, self-explanatory again. Predaplan, apologies. Trap 6 Rafflesia. You play this to do the combos. Now, as we'll talk about Rafflesia is damn good in the deck. The reason why is that, one, if you get the perfect hand, which happens a lot because all the cards are at 3, and to make matters worse, all the cards are searchable. So, like, let me give you an example, which persons don't really acknowledge. You see this one card. This card searches every single monster in my deck without exclusion. And even if it cannot search that one card, it searches for another card that can search for it. That's how powerful Joker is. And because of that now, all your hands are consistent. So the only thing you want to do is play through your opponent's hand traps. And you're golden. Rafflesia will help you towards that goal. And it's damn good. Next 2 card, combo pieces. Raiders Knight, my apologies, and Ark Rebellion Exceed Dragon. The cards are damn good. It has a 100% attack for game ratio so far. The card has been incredible. Nothing short of hilarious. Because I've seen myself play through some really tight situations. And I think if I didn't play this card, I would have just straight up lost. And I just summoned this card, it's at 11,000 something, and he punched some weak ass monster, and it's game. Instantly game, by himself. The card is hilarious. And obviously because you play Vortex, you play 1 Absolute. From there is the Link Time. Cross Sheet, which is most likely going to be cut from the deck, because he doesn't do enough anymore. This time has run. IP, must play. Then we have Hulk. I might bump Hulk to 2 and cut out Cross Sheet. The thing is with Hulk though is that it requires 2 tunos. So in the situation I don't find a tuner, it's going to be trouble. So that's why I prefer to play this way for now. If the bandits changes anything, I'll change up the deck. Double Selena Gomez. 1 Unicorn. Apple. And Boral Sword. If you have the money to buy access code, this is where access code would come damn clutch. Seeing access code, the minimum you're going to destroy is 2 cards. It's going to be at 5,000 something, which is important. Monsters that are unaffected tend to not have that much attack where access code can't get over it. Access code is going to drop at 4,000 something. Apologies, 5,300 when you see it at all times, because you're going to use Celine to do it. So you have the Hulk to go into Celine to go into Apolloso, and that's why I was thinking to put in another Hulk, so the second Hulk can go into Celine to go into access code. So you can do the combos that way. I'm not going to go through the side deck, I'm just going to show you guys a quick combo. Alright guys, this is going to be the 3 card combo. Now, a lot of times you'll find yourself drawing this hand because these cards are at 3, and you play 3 Revolution and 3 Dual Alliances. Basically, you're playing like 6 copies of these. So the hardest thing to find is Joker. I normally always open these, and if not, I got the cards to search for them. So ignoring that part, how does the combo work? Now, this is just to have a safe way to play out your combos. Because majority of times what happens is that I used to take out Joker out of my deck. The reason why is just that every single time I normal summon Joker, I get Nibiru that turn. And it doesn't work out well for tournaments. Because if you normal summon Joker, your best card, the card that searches every card in your main deck, every monster at least, you're going to lose because you see Nibiru. So you have to find a way to work around it. And this is the way I'm found to work around it. Because normally you go Apolloso. That's the truth. And it's good. But it's like Imperm, which always happens. I get Imperm plus Nibiru. Which there's no real way to work around that. But I can show you a way to work around that right now. Pen Call, Dark Worm. We're going to just add straight up scales. Dark Worm effect to summon itself. Next effect to add gate 0. Then we can immediately scale up. You lose nothing by doing it. Normal summon Joker. Joker effect. Add the best girl. Now exceed someone into your Rafflesia. I'm going to work on the next side of the field. So I'm going to summon the Rafflesia in this corner. Now if I was playing the other version of the deck that plays the PKs, this combo would have gone really far. 7 interruptions just off this. But we're not doing that for now. The combo would have been 7 interruptions though. So your Pendulum summon 2. You can do this safely. Harmonizing effect to get your Shanky. Exceed someone into your Absolute. And Link. Now because I don't have any monsters in the grave, I'm not going to do the sheep plate. And that's why I said I'm cutting out sheep. Because I hardly ever do it anymore. So you're going to go into your Hulk. You will of course get the Vortex. I genuinely do not like to summon the Vortex here. Genuinely do not. Apologies here. The reason why is that someone can always Dark Ruler and then just make Relinquish Anima and just grab it. So I don't want them to just get a free plus for just opening great. So I normally would summon it here, but for the combo's sake, I'm summoning it there. We'll go into our Celine. Celine will of course have 3 counters. You can Monster Reborn Shanky, and then you can pull back your own Tuning Magician to Synchro. You will of course get Iggy Azalea. No, my apologies, you're going for Borrel. And you're going to equip back your Halky Fibrax. And this would be the end board. It's 3 interruptions, which is sad. I could have genuinely ended on more, but I just wanted to show you the bare minimum that you'd get from doing the combo. But just by adding even 1 card, the combo can go straight to outer space, which I didn't want. Of course, from here, you'll use Oath to add back. Now, let's discuss the elephant in the room. How good is Rafflesia? First of all, in all situations, you're going to detach Joker first. The reason why? Darkram cannot do anything unless you control no monsters. So if you detach it first, it's not like it's going to get effect. While Joker, if you decide to play Black Fang in your deck, you can bring it back instantaneously. The next thing is that your field, if they kill something, you get it back right away. You don't even need to worry. This is normally enough to win the duel. But let's just say your opponent knows that just because they see the Rafflesia, they know you have the Gravedigger's Chapel to negate the Nibiru. And if you're not familiar with this card, if your opponent activates a monster affecting their hand or graveyard, or when opponent banish monster effect activates, so it's hand, graveyard, or banish, you can negate it and do 2000 damage to your opponent. So if it's going a duel that is going into time just by summoning this, they auto lose because they can't do anything. Now, mark you might say, but this still loses to Nibiru plus Imperm. No, it can lose to Nibiru plus Vela, but it cannot lose to Nibs plus Imperm. The reason why is Rafflesia is unaffected by traps. So they can't Imperm it. That's out of the way. And then, suppose your opponent doesn't do anything. This is why this is there. Just in case if you just summon this card, you don't want its value to go to waste. You have the Treacherous in the deck. Send, pop 2 of their monsters. And they still have to deal with your other negates. Truth be told, just by opening 1 more card, I could have had 2 more interruptions just by having an next monster. You'll have also this to pitch for Nightmare. You could have also made IP. If you made IP, could always go into Nightmare on their turn and pitch. So it's a really challenging board for your opponent. But going forward, this is not the combo I'm going to use. I'm going to show you guys a different combo, which is actually going to be really nice for everyone. It's basically even, I'd go as far as to say, because it's Pendulum and you're going to need scales, it's always going to be a minimum of 3 card combos. But the combo I'm going to show you, just 1 monster can carry it to a complete board of a minimum 3 negates. Just 1 monster. I'm dead serious. one monster. And I'm going to show you guys that combo at a later time. I don't have every card I require for it. Not that I require much. I have like 95% of things. But yes, that's it for the combo, guys. You guys can look at this combo and take it as you want. It's just a way to get your board up safely. And if your opponent doesn't do anything, as I said, they still get punished. So I don't want you to feel like your opponent's going away scot-free. If you had an extra card, you would end up with more interruptions because Appaloosa would turn this into a 5 negate. Plus you could end on Appaloosa plus IP. So that's the next good thing to look at. So the combo has its advantages. They pop the monsters, you get a monster reborn. So you have a little bit of investment in terms of the monster is going to come back. So it's a good combo for you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Have a great day. Peace.